Then good morning, everyone. Today I am presenting a case on conservative management and follow-up of interventricular septal hematoma associated with congenital heart surgery. As we know that interventricular septal hematoma is an extremely rare but life-threatening complication. In adults, it has been associated with very high mortality rate of more than 80%, but reported survival rate in pediatrics is much higher. We present a case of giant interventricular septal hematoma after patch closure of a perimembranous VSD. Our management of this unusual finding and summary of other cases reported so far will be discussed here. 8-month-old female baby weighing 7 kg at the time of admission, diagnosed to have CSD at 2 months of age when she was evaluated for an episode of LRTI. There was associated history of difficulty feeding and recurrent LRTIs. On 2D echo, she had large 6 mm perimembranous VSD with outlet extension, dilated left heart, no PH, and no other associated lesions. So VSD was surgically closed using cardiopulmonary bypass and antegrade cardioplegia with moderate hypothermia, and it was approached through tricuspid valve. Standard closure using a pericardial patch with combination suture was done, and patch was attached to subpulmonary conus. After patch closure, there was an abnormal oval homogeneous 1.3:2 is the 2.1 centimeter thickening of interventricular septum, which was surrounded by echogenic ring and which was not there in pre-op echo. So this is the intro-op echo of the same patient after patch closure. As we can see, there is a interventricular mass. So this mass was compressing both the ventricles, and the ventricular septal motion was very hypokinetic, leading to severe ventricular dysfunction. However, the outflow tracts remained unobstructed, but the patient was closely monitored on echocardiographic and kept on cardiopulmonary bypass. After about 30 minutes of observation, this hematoma did not enlarge in size and there were no critical events. Patient was hemodynamically stable except for sinus tachycardia. So the patient was taken off bypass and shifted to PICU on minimal support with she period, there was significant bleeding requiring blood transfusions, and the chest was kept open till bleeding resolved by third postoperative days. Also, the ventricular function improved and the patient was extubated to high flow oxygen, and surgical drains were also removed on 5th postoperative day. So this is the post-op transthoracic echo of the same patient. The mass was still same and the outflow tracts were unobstructed. The patient was discharged on room air on 10th postoperative day with fair ventricular function at discharge and no outflow tract obstructions, but she was closely followed up with 2D echo and ECG to assess for function, septum, outflow tracts, and conduction system. There was almost complete resolution of this septal hematoma 3 months post-surgery. So this is the follow-up transthoracic 2D echo of the same patient 3 months after surgery. There was almost complete resolution of this septal hematoma. So these are the serial images. Intro, this 6 weeks later when hematoma was organized, and these are 6 months later. So as we know that this interventricular septum is a thick muscular structure which is supplied by septal perforator branches of posterior descending and LAD. It has been reported in chest wall trauma, aortic valve disease, acute MI, and CABG in adults, where it leads to hemodynamic and conduction system abnormalities requiring either medical or surgical intervention. But nowadays, the cases have also been reported in pediatric patients, mainly because of bleeding from surgical trauma of the septal perforator branch, mostly associated with VSD surgical closure. Yonema et al. Has given a review in pediatric septal hematoma cases. In 2018, total of 16 cases have been reported so far, and nearly all were associated with VSD patch closure, except one being a neonate who underwent ASD and mixed TAPVC repair. Out of these 16 cases, 4 underwent intraoperative drainage of septal hematoma, 3 on cardiopulmonary bypass, and in 1 needle drainage was done. Out of these 4 patients who underwent intervention, 2 patients died. Rest of the 12 patients were conservatively managed and they all had a benign course, except one who had transient heart block, but we cannot relate that to clearly to hematoma because it can also occur after VSD closure. So this is another case report, natural history of 2 pediatric cases. This was published in Journal of Thoracic and Cardiovascular Surgery 2019, where they followed the same conservative management as we did, and there was a resolution of septal hematoma. And this is another case report which was published this year in European Journal of Medical Research, where there was an interventricular septal hematoma detected by transesophageal echocardiography. and there was also conservative. It was also conservatively managed with gradual resolution. So I'll conclude saying that most cases of this septal hematoma, they should be immediately identified prior to sternal closure, but typical post-operative care and observation is associated with good prognosis in pediatric age group, which is contrary to what we do in significant complication for the whole team who is involved with the pediatric cardiac surgeries, that is the cardiac anesthetist, pediatric cardiac surgeons, pediatric cardiologists, a pediatric intensivist, and the whole ICU. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Uppal. So, nice case. My question is to you is this. You said that you managed the patient conservatively.